Hello? Testing? Testing? Hi. Okay, I'm here now. So yeah, kind of impromptu, but no one was here, so I'm here for now. We got the Archieboy versus Programmatic. They're already in chapter 2. We've got where we got right now. I'm trying to get my bearings of where we are in the chapters. It looks like we've got Archieboy just a little bit ahead, not by much. Bathroom, by the way. Okay, so yep. Yeah, Archieboy's definitely in the lead right now. We got just going through chapter 2. Whoop. And first game of the week. First of 6, technically 7, but you know, 6 for this week. 6 from this week. Okay. So Archieboy now in the awake section, as Programmatic is right behind. I'd say about 5 seconds apart between these two areas. Oh, Archieboy tripping up just at the end there. But gonna be good. Getting a 325, 146 in the chapter. And a 335 for Programmatic, so it's about 10 seconds behind. Okay, moving into chapter 3 now. Archie is flying right out the gate in the beginning of chapter 3. It's very different for me to watch this, like going from I've been going for the Golden Berry in this game, in this chapter casually for a while now. I still haven't gotten all 200 berries, so for me doing I've been slowly getting them, and right now I'm on 3A, and so I've been doing this level a lot more carefully than I used to in my runs and stuff. So like now to see it being run at full speed is like very different. Archieboy's gonna keep the lead as they get a second key. And now going through the huge mess for both of them. Archie hitting it like 456 on that file. And 503 for Programmatic, so made up a little bit of time, but Archieboy is still in the lead. Oh, Archie not going to be able to get that spike jump from the previous screen. Okay. Oh, Programmatic having a bit of trouble in that second part of the second time in the huge mess room. Not a huge deal. You can't exactly die in that room really, unless you accidentally hit retry instead of skip cutscene. Archieboy entering the third section of huge mess, while Programmatic, just finished the second. Ooh, Archie gonna take a death on this screen here. Death cycle's kind of annoying. Going up this elevator shaft now, and I believe I have a partner. Hey, Zoljalix.
Hi. Hold on 1 second before I totally jump in. My computer's still being dumb. It froze on me right as I joined the call.
All right then. Okay, well, I'll just keep talking because this is still part of the comms. We got Archieboy coming up on the demo dash. Is going to be able to get on the first try. I don't believe they did the checkpoint either. Programmatic coming up on it now. Taking the checkpoint. And it's going to get on the first try as well. Okay, dealing with the Oshiro section on both sides. Oh, okay, RG having a little bit of trouble, but is able to. Oh, never mind. I spoke too soon there. Loses the dash completely and just doesn't know what to do with themselves. Oh, okay, Archie having a bit of trouble in his last screen, but you gotta know how to react in this screen because it's so long you don't want to die at all. So the improv is very essential, especially on that last screen. We're gonna get out of there 807.
I am here now.
I mean, you always were here, but...
Yes, but now I can actually see what's going on.
Yes.
So we've got about a 6-second difference between Archieboy and Programmatic in this run. Actually, now that I look at it, it looks like we've got a match of teammates going on right now, so that's really cool.
You can call it that, yeah.
Yeah, both of these runners representing Archie Gaming, so it'll be interesting to see how which one will come out on top as we go through Golden Ridge. Archieboy has a 6-second lead right now, so definitely we're going to be wanting to be keeping an eye on this race because it is very close. And ooh, Archieboy taking a death on the Archie strat himself, on a strat that he took his name for. So a couple of seconds to be made up there for Programmatic. You know, I gotta say, Troy, it's been kind of interesting seeing this season because we've seen some runners. Oh, and Archieboy taking another death. Looks like he was unable to latch onto the wall, or it might have missed the spikes. I can't quite say. So that definitely will help for Programmatic to be able to. I don't know if he'll necessarily be in the lead at this point, but he definitely is closing the gap a lot more through these mistakes from Archieboy. So what I was going to highlight on earlier is the fact that some runners that I've seen have not been necessarily going for the Archie strat. Oh!
Archie! Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, I was trying to go for a bubble skip using the momentum of the previous screen, but was not able to carry it over. Was able to react in time, though. Programmatic going for the Ultra here.
And he's able to get it. A 10:01 for him coming out of there. Archieboy now is going to be going for his attempt, and he's got it. Okay, so by their exits from that screen. Oh, and Archieboy dies twice. So now that will confirm Programmatic taking the lead in this race.
Okay, what's the thing about Archie?
So for some reason, I've been seeing some runners who just have either been struggling with it or not necessarily been going for it. Like I remember seeing 2 weeks ago in Sushi's race, he struggled for it. And oh, Archieboy taking a death in the cliff face section.
I mean, I'm not necessarily sure why people would or wouldn't go for it. It's as long as you have a demo button, it's actually not that difficult to do. You just got to get the timing down for it exactly, because it is slightly more precise than, say, the older strat where you just do a little short hop to the other side, like back to the bubble. on the right side.
That's true.
I mean, that one's also precise, but I feel like it has a bit more leeway in that, like, you can set up for it if you really want to.
That's true.
Whereas Archie, you kind of just fly into the screen and then take it. Like,
Yeah. So we've got Programmatic with a 2-second lead as we go into 5A. This chapter being one of the ones that, being one of the really defining chapters, as we've got, first of all, just the overall precision of 5B that gets demonstrated, as well as tricks such as Dev's corner boost and Bub's drop that comes through. So definitely gonna be really crazy. This is gonna be a huge point in the run. Programmatic went for the height difference to start that, and he's able to get it, and Archie Boy has retried twice on that screen. Not really sure what was going on there. Anyways,
just
now
trying to cutscene skip and kept doing it too early. That's all it was.
All right. But both Archie Boy and Programmatic able to get the Dev's corner boost first. Well, I guess it still is first try, even though you only really go for it once. Programmatic now on the cassette room at a 12. I'm not sure what the time is there. A 1:18 for his cassette. And it looks like it's going to be about the same amount of time, or no, actually a 1:15. So Archie Boy able to save a couple of seconds over Programmatic there.
Actually, gets out of 5A a second ahead of Programmatic if you look at the file timer.
Oh, yep.
So
Archie Boy.
We are yeah, Archie Boy in the lead, but I would essentially count as him as them being tied right now, considering
especially
how important.
after Archie Boy taking the death that he just took there.
Yeah, I mean, we're gonna have some possibilities. Programmatic on Bub's drop, taking the waiting there for the, I believe he goes for the musical cue there.
And both of them have got it first try.
Nice.
So this race is definitely going to be super close as we go into continuing with 5B and finishing and going into the rest of the run. So I know one thing to look at for Archie Boy, I think, Archie Boy dying there. So as I take a glance at the standings quick, Archie Boy is actually looking still to acquire his first win in the league, hopefully to get himself significantly more points, since he has points already just from his races, and unless you lose by 5 minutes, you won't be you'll still get some points, but either way, looking to get a couple more points, get himself caught up to the rest of the other runners.
Yeah, they're right on each runner's tail. So, like, this is, if you are looking at these times of exits of each of these screens, you'll see that they are pretty much exactly like hitting the mark. They're
very close. So Programmatic takes a death in this screen, allowing for Archie to have about a 6-second lead as we look at the exits.
Yeah, just about. And we are approaching the Theo section now, so that can definitely change. There's a lot of crazy sections just like that. And yeah, just with that, we got Archie Boy now only 2 seconds ahead, both in the gauntlet room now.
He's still got about a 5-second lead. As now Programmatic in the impossible room. Archie Boy right behind him, RTA wise. Oh no! Archie Boy takes a death there. He misjudges the timing on the throw and ends up going into the spikes, dying, which is going to put Programmatic in the lead. Or no, actually no, never mind.
Yeah, it was by like half a second.
Half a second, Archie Boy is able to retain his lead as we go into reflection. This race is so close.
Yeah.
Programmatic looking like he is taking a break while finishing up B-side. As now we've got Archieboy coming up on Lake Skip here.
Ooh,
Oh!
Archie
takes
gonna
one
fail the
death,
first leg skip attempt. Gonna
and
get on the
he's got
second.
his second try. Oh!
Oh!
Oh! Unable to get the wall bounce off the corner there, and ends up falling down into the spikes, dying, which is going to leave some pretty big opportunities for Programmatic.
Mm-hmm.
Which I'm not sure what is going on his side. Archieboy still taking another death through reflection. This is kind of a rough start for him. There we go. Programmatic is now going to be moving in to reflection himself. As Archieboy moves through the rest of reflection, coming up onto the Kevin blocks, where we get a lot of the really cool momentum manipulation. I don't know if it's a manipulation of the momentum, but just really cool way to see these runners use the Kevin blocks to their advantage as they go out through the run. Programmatic failing the first attempt at Lake Skip. Oh, and he messes it up again. And oh, Programmatic is unable to make Lake Skip work. He fails it one more time. Oh, and he's able to now make it through. That is not the opening that he wanted to be able to help him out in this race. But definitely, it's kind of hard to really... I'm going to let you guys know where the current lead is once Programmatic hits the battle and fight. That will just allow for common ground, because right now I don't actually know where each of these runners are. Either way, both of these runners are having pretty good runs themselves. We've got Archieboy currently, I think, RTA-wise, he's definitely in the lead. Programmatic took quite a massive break after coming out of 5B. But coming out of 5B, we're at a half a second difference. Ooh, Programmatic now missing the manipulation, missing the jump there, going into the spikes and dying. And so now we've got Archieboy coming up on the dev-intended skips. And he very cleanly goes through those. And he will be coming up on Battle and Boost here in just a couple more seconds. Looking like it will be an 18-14 to be hitting up, to be starting Battle and Boost. So I'm gonna go ahead and just put a mark, or leave myself a reminder there. Oh, Programmatic taking a death again, as he is going to be looking at coming up on to, I'm not, well, no, I can kind of see where he's at now. Oh, and he's opting for the lower route versus the upper route of that room, of that section, as he now comes into the multiple feathers. I don't know why he decided to opt for that one, but probably just more of a comfort pick versus speed. Oh, and Programmatic hitting the spikes there, having to reset this feather room. Archieboy now continuing through the battle and fight, playing it really well. Nothing really noted for him as he's played through it. Oh, and as I say that, Archieboy takes 2 deaths. Commentators curse coming right in, saying how there's really no notable mistakes, and he takes 2 deaths, kind of tripping up on the spikes there. Programmatic now going to be entering Battle and Boost at an 18 something, but still looking at a pretty decent lead for Archieboy. As Archieboy is looking to finish up round 1, 18-29 for Programmatic to be. Oh, and he trips on the. Oh no, and he's not unable to control this feather as he takes 3 deaths in this room. 4, this is going to be such a huge opportunity for Programmatic to make up some ground as he is entering the battle and fight. Definitely seeing a pretty, about a 15-second lead for Archieboy with Programmatic entering battle and boost. but it is there. It's still could be anybody's game. It's so hard to tell right now because there's such a huge desync between the two runners.
Yeah, we'll definitely have that sorted out in Summit at least, if not shortly.
Yep.
It will be a full minute of pausing for Archie Boy, so keep that in mind when we do it, though.
Yep, definitely be watching that. So, oh!
Yeah, Archie Boy not having the best time in this battle and fight.
Yeah, he is struggling. Which, ooh! And he takes another death. This is gonna be a pretty, oh no!
Yeah, these are the longer screens of the battle and fight as well. This is where it really starts to pile up if you take deaths because of just how long of a screen you're dealing with.
These are huge deficits. Oh, and Programmatic taking a death himself. But yeah, definitely it'll be interesting to see as Archie Boy is looking to wrap up his battle and fight as to where the paces are going to line up. Archie Boy wrapping up his fight now, gonna be hitting the level up at 21-25. With Programmatic now starting the second round of the battle and fight, where you start getting into these blocks, and a nice reverse wave dash from Programmatic. Archie Boy slipping up there a little bit on the epilogue of Reflection.
Yeah, just messing up on some wall bounces. Not going to be a huge problem compared to the other mistakes that he took in the battle and fight.
Programmatic at the very end of this screen ends up dashing into the spikes and has to start it all over. He was right on the end. And that is such a huge deficit for him. Losing quite a few seconds.
Okay, Archie Boy going to be starting on Summit with like a 2150. And Programmatic now on the final screen of the battle and fight. Just around 21 minutes. So most likely Programmatic is going to be ahead starting Summit.
Oh!
Yeah, Archie Boy taking some deaths here in the 0 meters.
He's really struggling here. So, as we get at the start of the level up for Programmatic, that will put him in the lead. I can't quite tell by how much at this point.
Say about 10 to 15 seconds.
Okay. So now we're into the summit for both runners again.
I would just say about 10 in reality.
Yeah, it's somewhere around there. And so, Archie Boy dashing into the top of the block to hit the spikes, taking a death there. As Programmatic is now starting out the summit on his side. Alright, now we've got Archie Boy wrapping up his 2500, wow. 500 meters here with a 23:36 at the cutscene skip. So that will be something to be keeping in mind as we see Programmatic starting his 500 meters, seeing where these runners will line up. Now, if I give you guys just a little bit of a spot on where it should be, that is just pretty much kind of a guesstimate from the last two checkpoints, like major, I guess, milestone areas from where the runners were at. Because of the desync, it makes it hard to really tell because so much other stuff happens. And Programmatic hitting the top or hitting the bottom of the block there as he dashes up, unable to get his hit the spring there, and he kind of trips up but is able to make it work and regaining his momentum with the reverse hyper to be wrapping up his 500 meters. And we've got him at a 23:16 finishing up his 500 meters. So we're looking at close to about a 20-second lead for Programmatic, somewhere around there.
Yeah. I saw 24-27 for Archie Boy coming into 1500. Just by the way. We're at this kind of weird gap of, because of what's going on. Oh, Archie Boy gonna have to recover there with the dashes. Is gonna be able to get through there. Good save from him.
Nice, very well done from him. And we've 1500, you know, being one of those areas that can really trip up some runners. We're definitely seeing a lot of lead shifts happen in 1500.
Mm-hmm.
Archie Boy taking his taking the safe. Oh, and he trips up and he ends up hitting the dust bunny.
Yeah, just missing the wall bounces, and so has to do. Just didn't have any dashes and no real way to navigate around other than maybe a neutral wall jump, but that still would have been something that would have been very difficult to implement that quickly.
Yep. And now we are getting our sync by the looks of it, which so Programmatic is still sitting at about a solid 22 second lead before the sync. So now as we got, so just for the audience, a reminder is because there was a minute long of a desync, Archie Boy will be frozen here just to allow for us to catch up, so that way we can be as close and accurate as possible as we get to the end of the race.
Yeah, it just makes it a lot clearer to everybody if we have the timers in sync. You know, we have something in sync that we can actually have a reference point instead of having to continuously tell you what's going on. And yeah, we got Programmatic now entering 2,000 meters.
He's got a really, really solid lead up against Archie Boy. Something that I didn't 100% expect, but it was hard to kind of see with the desync, but now that is getting sorted out. Thanks to GSA staff for getting that all fixed for us. So that way we can give you guys the most intense part of this race that we can. Oh no!
Okay, yeah, Archie Boy just seemed to have a lot of trouble in reflection, and that, I feel, really is what allowed Programmatic to get the lead that he currently has. Programmatic now on the auto-scroller skip. Gotta be able to get that.
Opting just for the regular skip. Oh, and Archie Boy taking a death in that room. Oh, and he kind of trips up a little bit there, but is able to get onto the cloud and keep himself moving. Yeah,
just some small deaths. 2,000. Those beginning section of 2,000 meters aren't that large, so it's not going to be a huge deficit. Archie Boy making it through the only snowball room in 2,000 meters, and getting some good top route strategies there.
And he as well is successful on the auto scroller skip. Did he go for skip, or was it just skip? I wasn't watching.
That was skip.
Okay.
That was the bound.
We'll save a little bit of time over Programmatic on that one.
It's not gonna be 20 seconds worth, so it's not necessarily something to watch out for, but it is good to see these players going for a trick like that, of course.
Yeah, and definitely, you know, when you're at a point like this, any sort of time save you can get will be helpful. So now we've got Programmatic in at 2,500 meters.
Gonna be approaching key skip. We got around like 27 minutes around here for that key skip.
Alright, very well done from Programmatic, as now we've got Archie Boy trying to make up as much ground as he can, but time is running out. We've only got 2 major sections of the game left, 2,500 and 3,000 meters. Oh,
and Archie still Boy takes out for a good
down.
Still takes out for almost like, I'd say like 5 minutes of well, almost. Well, yeah, I know that 3,000 meters is like it is roughly around 3 minutes, so
yeah, Archie Boy getting a little bit of swag as he goes and grabs the bubble there while the key is unlocking the door.
Okay, Programmatic slipping up a little bit on this orb room for 2,500 meters, and Archie deciding not to thread the needle. Good reaction time to realize that they probably just didn't have good positioning for it and didn't want to die, so just kept going.
Oh no! Archie Boy taking a death in the last screen of 2500. That can be such a detrimental death because this is one of the longest screens in the game.
It's pretty long. I wouldn't say necessarily in the game. It's a very long one for to be dying in. You don't submit. It is a very common one to die in, so it's not like Archie should be completely beating himself up for, but about it. But certainly is something that you wanna not do.
Yeah, definitely. And now we've got Programmatic moving into the updraft section, looking to be finishing up his run here in just a couple of minutes, while Archie Boy is himself moving through downdraft, and he's playing his downdraft really strong. It's very impressive to see that. Oh, and as I say that too, Archie Boy taking a death there without. Oh, and he falls again. He's just really struggling to move on to this next flag, and this being one of the longer flags that is going to be a little bit detrimental. That's going to be quite detrimental for him, which is only expanding Programmatic's lead, as Programmatic only has a couple more flags left before he finishes up his run. Archie Boy's got a lot of ground to make up, and I don't think he has enough time to do it.
At this point, Programmatic pretty much has this in the bag. Just got to get through these final 10 flags. Archie Boy looking to go through the teens. Taking a death on flag 14.
Yeah. Oh, and he takes another death on flag 14. Archie Boy is... Yeah. It's a struggle of a run for him.
Yeah, these teens can be hugely problematic if you go through them like this. It just will add up so much time to your run.
Yeah, and so now as we... Oh, no!
End of 13 as well.
That is so unfortunate. Archie Boy
dreaded flag.
Definitely is going to have a lot that he is going to... Oh, no!
Okay, Programmatic is going to be finishing this one out and taking the win, getting a 30-32. But we are still watching Archie because he does need to get those points. And it's, you know, we got to make sure that he can get anything he can right now. Dying a lot in these sections. It's going to be... These points are just going to slowly come away from Archie Boy as he keeps getting this... As he keeps messing up here.
Archie Boy is just having a rough week. And he's got a lot. I mean, if we look at this week going into next week, he's got a lot he's gonna need to try and clean up before he's able to get that first win. Because just the competition this year is just so tough that he really has a lot that he's going to need to clean up and just continue to try and improve and get himself ready. As you know, even though it still feels like we've got a long ways away until playoffs, if you aren't able to rack up some wins early on, it's going to be really rough.
Some may call it an uphill battle even.
Yeah, it's definitely. And with Archie Boy not being able to have a win so far in the league, he's gonna have a massive uphill battle for the rest of the season.
Yeah. I like how you didn't even see what I did there, you just accepted it. Great.
Oh. I see it now.
Okay. We're kind of... It's happening right in front of you.
I was like, wait, what? Oh! Archie Boy dies on flag 1. So now Programmatic, not only is he taking a win, but he's taking so many points from Archie Boy. Is he having some controller issues? Because he took that flag 1 really slowly. A 10:36 summit for him as he finishes up his run So that will definitely be Programmatic taking the win.
Mm-hmm.
I
About
don't
a
have.
2-minute difference there.
Yeah, so that will conclude it for this race. Definitely going to have to watch Archie Boy to see if he is going to be cleaning up, because this run was really, really rough for him, and so he's going to have a lot of ground that he's going to have to make up as we go into the rest of the season.
Mm-hmm. It's definitely going to be something you got to look out for. You want to. He's not having. This is, I think, actually his the worst time he's had so far. Just like looking at his stats going on here. So definitely something you got to work on. Just not having the best day for this race coming on, and so definitely gonna have to try to keep that going and pick himself up from this.
Yeah, definitely. All right, well, that will conclude it for this race, but don't go away. Coming up next, we have Melee versus TGHSR coming up in just a couple of minutes. So we're going to go ahead and toss it over at intermission, and we will see you guys there when we get to it.